Welcome, Kersef! Thank you for that subscription. Thank you so much. How's it going, everyone? How is it going? Another week, another Monday. This is being a slow day for me, I have to say, especially because waking up at 6 AM to go to the gym is not like the best decision ever. But here we are. Thank you so much, Kerr. So you see that I was building stuff. What the stuff exactly? It's a mystery. Oh. What's up? No. Thank you for the heads up. Is it better now? Also, I should lower it for myself. There we go. Well, I'm actually gonna... Alright, audio should be good right now. Welcome, Nagi! Nagi to Chisu. I'm so horrible with names. How are you doing? Also, Stelia, welcome, welcome. How is it going, everyone? How is it going? Nagi is okay. Oh, that's good to know, that's good to know. I am way too bad with names, I have to say. Okay, let me organize, because I was building quite some stuff. I'm good, pretty sleepy. What time is it for you, Nagi? Phantom Burns. I want to keep this just in case. I don't know what they use for those, and I swear I had key fragments. Also, I found these black candles in a crypt for some reason. A lot of black candles, actually. I'm hoping the server to be totally nice. Okay. No, really, please let me have a peaceful stream. I swear to God. Okay. Scaffolding. Like, one side of me wants to keep this scaffolding. Oh, dehydration! Dying of dehydration. Okay, okay, we're good. I am peaceful, mostly. Also, guys, I have a question. How did you change the name of the... how was it called? The chunk you claim. Like, I know, I don't remember how they changed this to Kiki's Mansion. Hydration! Change your party name. Oh, okay. I don't know how did I do it the last time, but... Okay. Sip, sip, sip. I don't know why here it's always so hot. It's always so hot for some kind of reason. Hello, Vikram. Wait, head pats. Yes, please. Thank you. Kiki question. Of course. Okay. Blocks and decoration. Let me put the scaffoldings here. I have service bells. Let me show you. I just put it because I found that adorable. You can actually use it. It's so cute. Give me ramen noodles. Open your mouth. Say ah. Okay, I don't know where to put this rope, so I'm gonna... Oh, okay, I put it here in miscellaneous along with the food. Yeah, I should make a separate thing. I've been thinking of building a separate, like, a storage house in the patio of my mansion. To make, like, good order of things. But I don't remember where did I put the keys. Perhaps I did destroy them for some reason. When someone makes your model, you call them mama or papa traditionally. What happens when you make your own? That's a nice question. That's a nice question, actually. Let me think. I think we have to resort to Buddhism for this. A natural force, perhaps? You're a natural force. Hello, little kitty. I have to put him a name. Or her. I don't have a name for the kitty cat yet. Also, yes, I have this completely empty. Slowly but surely, okay. We call that a time paradox. I like the idea of force of nature way better. Also, you're gonna laugh at me, but I don't know how to cook in these things. I've been trying to, but I have no idea how this works. Well, of course, you have here some recipes, like water bucket and some stuff, but it's like complicated. Hello there, welcome. Yeah, but I have no idea how to cook in these pots. I have them for aesthetic purposes, but... yeah. Burger. And I don't know why, I don't know if it is like for functionality purposes that I tried to cook meat in the furnace without much success. Door, hello! Hello there! How are you doing? How is it going? Oh, you got me a burger! Okay! I didn't see it, I'm sorry. I'm a totally friendly witch. Do you know the paradox when you go back in time and become your own parent? People don't talk about that anymore as much as they used to. Why cares? Care. Listen, you're hand over the substances. Also, as always, little reminder, if you hear background noises, ignore it. The microphone configuration shouldn't let you hear any annoying noises, but it is okay. Also, I don't see where did I put the rest of the key fragments, so I'm gonna suppose I totally destroyed those. I had like 3. Doing good, man. It was an absolutely wild morning. But we don't talk about Bruno. Come on, kitty. Give me a second, yes? Moody, thank you so much for the headpats. Wait, can you have color chests? It depends on the wood you use. If I mute myself here and there, it's because my neighbor is talking out loud near me, so I really hate that. Moody, welcome. How are you doing? So you see, this is from acacia wood. This is azalea. And this is mushroom fur. You take notes, you take notes. So if you have to suggest a name for the little boy, this. What would you suggest? I like to let him roam around when I am home so he can move. Miyu. Also, Miyu, welcome. Sorry, there were a lot of things happening at the same time. But I don't like the kitty receiving damage or dying or anything, so that's why I prefer leaving him home. It's like safe and sound. Because he teleports wherever I go. And he likes to wander around, so imagine if he wanders into, I don't know, lava or something? So, I don't know why. Perhaps it's because it needs to load a little bit. Like, perhaps it needs to wait a little bit, but for some kind of reason the map has to load And whenever I enter, it's like this. I don't know. I don't understand how this works, but it's alright. Gold mimic? There is a gold mimic trying to enter my house. Okay. What do we do, little kitty? We're at home. It's not like it's gonna be hard to recover if I die. Hello there. Well, do you wanna go? Because you were pushing me. Go! Are you my ghost is not letting me through the door! my ghost is not letting me go through the door. Look at that. Hey, either you go or I go. Come on. Come on. Please. Please. Move it. Why? He doesn't want me to go through the door. I know you're protecting me, but Jesus Christ. Are you good? Okay. Okay. I can go through the door now. Why don't you want me to go outside my own home? You damn ghost. Look at him. He's proud. It's proud of what he's done. It's very proud of himself. Okay, let's keep going. Also, thank you everyone who is around here for saying hi. Oh, did I see the kitty? Wait, did I leave the kitty at home? Wait. Let me... Oh, yes. Okay, the cat is home. The cat is home. Okay, okay. Like... I am paranoid. Ooh, a ghoul. Go, ghost. Ouch. Oh, weird. I cannot hurt him. Strange. I cannot hurt him for some reason. Familiar ghost was killed by magic. You cannot see it, perhaps. Okay, whatever the fuck this is, it's not funny anymore. I will just go explore, I suppose. There is something weird happening to the console every now and then, and basically it's that perhaps... I don't know if it is just a server something... I don't know how to speak English. I don't know if it is something the server usually does by itself, but there is an IP that only leaves. It never enters the server, you know what I mean? It's like, I go and watch the console to see if there's been any crashing or something while I'm being asleep or away for a few hours, and I see this exact IP has left the server, no player names, only an IP. And then I go and look through the approximate time they could have entered, but they never enter. They never enter the server. They only leave, and it's like, it's breaking my mind out of curiosity. I don't know if I should open a support conversation or something, but it's just so funny. Also, what the heck is this? Let me land here very quickly. I heroically pushed the princess out of harm's way repeatedly while she resisted. Yeah, the ghost is feeling proud. The ghost is feeling proud. Okay, this is hot. Hot place. Never see that happen. Maybe the attacks don't register? I don't know. The simulation, it's breaking down. Oh. I don't know, the case of the mysterious IP, it's something that's been bothering me, I don't know how to speak anymore, for a little while now. And I am so, like, weirded out by that, because they never enter, they only leave. It's our very own ghost story. I don't know, perhaps if I open a support conversation with the server hosting, they will tell me, girl, this is normal, this is regular stuff. Also, look at the dragon. Need to be doing a moonwalk. Let me read the chat. So if I die, stay away from my base. Alright. Look at him go. Could be a VPN. Oh, I heard an arrow out of you. Okay. But the thing is, they never enter the server. You know what I mean? Okay, let me fly away. I'm gonna need you to give me a little second here, because I am a bit sick yet, so give me a second. Okay, we are back. Also, computer san, ganbare. It's freezing a little bit because it's loading everything. Actually, let me take a look at the task manager and how it is holding up. It's holding up! It's holding up! Let's go! It's holding up! I'm so happy. I was a bit weirded out because I cannot harm anyone, it seems. For some reason I can't attack. And that is strange. Sip, sip, sip. They're so hot, man. Also, I did deactivate the seasons mod, but I still get hot. I have to deactivate that one as well, because I think it's annoying for everyone. Now you have to try to get to know the name of this exact mod. Also, look at these super cool structures. I really love these kind of natural buildings. Perhaps to feel this stuff, you know. Now, let me get a little bit closer to this pyramid. If I still cannot attack, what I will do is change games, I suppose. Killed my first demon lord. Oh my god. Congratulations if you're hearing this. So you see, with Resident Evil 4, last time I didn't save before going out. So basically I have to redo a few things, but shouldn't be too hard. I mean, it was quite the show. I feel like this is a trap. Hey then, welcome, welcome. Ooh, Mimiku. Okay, this is weird. So I'm gonna disconnect because for some reason I cannot attack. So. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Give me a second. Let me check something because it's real weird. It's real weird. Just really quickly. Okay. After such a stressful scary time with Minecraft, Resident Evil is going to be a comfy chill game for you. Oh no, it's not gonna be a chill experience, but that's alright. I also could do a just chatting stream just to chill a little bit. But it's alright. Sorry, I am checking something real quick. Hang in there with me. Oh. Just chatting can always work if you feel like it. You got options, no stress. Yeah, I think I'll move to just chatting, even though I believe that my just chatting overlay, it's not fully configured. Like, I think I removed some stuff, but that's okay. We're improvising here. I am a ghost of myself. But that's alright. I'm here again. I want to put Just. Yeah, give me a second. I want to put Just. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, Marcel. And... oh. There we go. I have the watermark, but we can ignore it. We can ignore it. I've been messing with shoes a little bit. I don't really like this anymore. I don't know. No, ignoring it makes it sad. Let me change the title and the category real quick. Alright, so I hope the volume of the music and everything is well balanced. Welcome everyone, and no sleep, welcome! How are you doing? I love the colors, thank you so much! I should like still mess a bit around with the settings, but I did it like a quick panicked version, like oh my god, put it together quickly! And here we are. It is okay. Okay. How's it going? I'm a little sick, but pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much. Pleasure to meet you too. So, while you are here, we can mess with the settings together. You know, because there are so many things and I panic constantly. Both sides single. But meanwhile, do you have any plans for the week, guys? I've been practicing art because you know I'm a new artist, so my anatomy and my everything, really, my everything is a little bit funky. But I think I actually made some progress. I actually feel like I made some progress. Like I've been learning, I've been studying, I've been hella busy these days, and oh gee. But it feels real great. It feels real great. Like if you see the art, you see that perhaps it's not the best it could be, but still, I feel like, I don't know, it's like, it's not that horrible anymore. The arms don't look like noodles, everything is balanced, everything is well put. I still don't know how to draw legs, but one problem at a time. It looks real nice regardless though, Kiki. Thank you, Mio. Also, I work also. Last year Samsung tablet is on sale for $70, so I'm gonna get myself one. Oh, nice. What I used is a 20-baht drawing tablet from AliExpress. Because I thought, I am learning, so I don't really think I need that much anyway. Diffusion, yes. I think this is real nice. I'm happy with these settings. I'm happy with these settings. Okay. If it works wonders, but the only thing I feel a bit scared about, it's the only thing that always fails with this kind of things. The wire. The wire breaking, that's the thing I fear the most, because if I ask for one again, I will have to wait, I don't know, perhaps a month or two, or even more. It depends on really how it goes, because I asked for a shirt online, and I thought, oh, it's not gonna come into until the next, I don't know, 3 months or so, but no, it came home real quick, and I was like, oh, what kind of magic is this? This is, why? Because I am really used to everything taking months to reach my house. Just love emulation, so I want to see what it can handle. Oh, so you want to emulate games into that tablet? That's illegal! That's illegal! You know what? I actually bought, not that long ago, a capture card, and I've been testing it and all of that. It was quite some time ago, but it's not been so long. So I got it, I used it a few times. Do you remember the Kirby streams, right? You remember the Kirby streams? It's not functioning anymore for some reason. I don't know how to make it work, but it's really not capturing my Nintendo Switch anymore. And I got real sad, because it's like, I only used you a few times! Gee, not even a month! But for being that cheap, I suppose it's what I get. But the thing is, the good capture cards are expensive. Only legal if Nintendo finds out. Nintendo! Everything is legal here. Nintendo! Don't sue! Everything is legal! Everything is legal here! Come on. Not under the freedom of information. It isn't, especially if I use it for preserving information. Yeah, video games are information because they are made of data. Right? You silly. I mean, I hope all of you saw that. I don't know, I think it was the completionist, this person that bought every single game in Nintendo 3DS and Wii. Or Wii U. To preserve information and preserve games. And he used like an unholy amount of money to do that. That person really said, emulation, here we go! Also, thanks to Shust, now my ramen noodles became dark soba noodles. Not that I complain, though. Not that I complain at all. Also, I hope you don't hear the furious clicking. Well, not furious clicking, but the clicking of my mouse. I think I have almost... Wait! How many? Miyu. How? Miyu. That's as scary as heck. Let me tell you, that's as scary as heck. Oh, not Miyu! Yeti, sorry, I was looking at my computer settings. Sorry. I got confusion. Let's do something. Let's put this over here to distract the view. Continue the file. I'm not participating in any illegal activities. Wink, wink, wink. Wait. There we go. Sorry, my brain. I was looking at my settings and then I mixed Miyu and, and Yeti. Piracy is base if it's from a company that keeps people from buying their stuff. Oh. I mean, I agree with you, but I shouldn't be agreeing publicly with that. Like, I absolutely agree. Who am I lying to? I absolutely agree. It's like, hey, you don't allow the players to access any other way your games, and the only way people can legally acquire your games is based on speculation, and that makes video games being hell expensive. So, no. I don't encourage it. It's called based. That's right. That's right. Not participating in any illegal activities, says the Mafia Prince. You say that because I sometimes rob graves? Yeti. Yeti. Look at me, Yeti. You saw that. Grave robbery. See, Estelia gets it. Estelia gets it. It's cool. It's a cool activity and they don't need it anymore. I get a lot of things. Exactly. So basically, for those who are fairly new to my channel, And before playing Resident Evil and Minecraft, I was playing for quite some time Sons of the Forest. They have to play again, by the way. It's been quite some time since I last played it. And in Sons of the Forest, you're stranded in an island. And basically I found dead people and camps of the dead people. And those camps had stuff. Juicy loot, you know, to survive, because hunger, thirst, and weapons and everything. So I had to take from those graves and from the dead people, so my chat decided to start bullying me, saying Kiki's grave robbing. And I'm like, no, I am surviving. Gee, come on. You don't call Kelvin a grave robber. Kelvin, it is our boy NPC that helps us in Sons of the Forest. Legend, absolute legend, by the way. I say that because of the one story you told about a month ago about selling those games. The grave robbing is just the last item on the list. Come on. Considering it a group activity for the whole family, I absolutely love the idea. Guys, Minecraft event for the server. Let's go grave robbing, yeah! Whoever finds more graves wins. Of course, no, I'm not serious, okay? I'm gonna hydrate real quick. There we go. I need to share with you a data I learned recently, and that it's so fun to me. About Resident Evil 4. More Resident Evil 4? Yes. Thank you for the headbutts. Basically I learned that you can kill Salazar, the little gremlin, with eggs. You can throw eggs. Basically, especially if you have a golden egg, you can kill it with a golden egg and a normal egg. If you only have normal eggs, you throw it and then a few gunshots will be fine to finish Salazar. And because there is a loading screen that says, did you know you can finish Salazar? No, wait, it says, did you know that Salazar has allergy to eggs? Yes, you can kill it with eggs. And now I need to try it. I need to know if I can go back to the lake with the boat, to the place where the chickens were, to the chicken coop, and get some eggs to feed Salazar with eggs. It's like a necessity at this point. Whoever finds the most graves win? Are you sure? No other rules? Because I can exploit this system by dying and finding my own graves. That's a loop. Wait, that's a hole in the contract. Wait, that's illegal. That's illegal. Wow, Yeti, you have way so many games. Like, way too many. It will only let me send 10 at a time. Are you actually sending them? Wait. Let me check. Are you actually sending stuff? I hope not. Nintendo, we're not doing any illegal activities, just for the record. We are not doing any illegal activities. No. Yeti is 100% based on archiving games. Nintendo, don't look here. Go away. Give me a sec. I'm gonna mute here quickly. sneezing the pleasures of the life. I've been thinking recently, do you know what I feel like playing? Some Fallout? But the thing is, I already played Fallout New Vegas. Not fully, of course. We can play it again, but... So we have Fallout 4, even if it can be a little baggy. I love Fallout 4, and I've said this quite a few times already, but I love Fallout 4, and I think the hate it gets, it's undeserved. It's not a masterpiece either, but it's definitely an enjoyable game. And Fallout New Vegas is real cool, but I think it's a bit overrated sometimes. Fallout 3 for me is really boring. I'm sorry. For me, Fallout 3 is the most boring of them all. And Fallout 1, for me, it's the best. Like the original Fallout, but it is nightmarish when it comes to difficulty, so I'm not even thinking on playing that. Like, I think if people wanted me to play the first Fallout, I would have to reach, like, I don't know, 100 subscriptions for me to play that, because it's absolutely nightmarish difficulty for me. And it has an addition that it's only a particular, how do you call it in English? Particularity? Like, it's something that's only mine. Yeti, stop! What are you doing? Jesus Christ! I'm gonna get in trouble. Yeti! Oh my. Oh, as I was saying, I hate timers. I hate when there is a time limit for everything, and really, Fallout, the first Fallout, is a big timer itself. It's like, oh, your people are dying from thirst. Find water soon, or they will die. And if you take too long, they die from thirst. And thing is, you can get what you need early, being a bad person. And you know it's not my style to just whoop, take stuff out of people that actually need the thing. But what I've been thinking here is, of course, if the developers did this, there was no game. But like, why can't, like, the Soul Survivor? Was it called? No, the Vault Dweller. The name of the protagonist is the Vault Dweller. The Vault Dweller could have gone out there, see the world, come back and say, hi, you can go out. There is a city full of fairly nice people. Go there, they have water. Rebuild the world instead of being here in the vault. But nope, not happening. And spoilers, all of that trouble for at the end, them saying, oh, you gotta leave. We don't want you. You've had many adventures also. Are you gonna smack the microphone with my hand? Yeah, time limits in games is realistic, but it's always a deal breaker. Yes! Whenever I tell people that I hate timers, they usually tell me, oh, just ignore it. Just make like the game does not exist. And I am like, I can't! I know it exists! I know it's pressuring me! Kiki TikTok is based. I'm glad you like it. Also, if you don't actually want them, let me know. You know, that information on a stream is classified. Oh my god, I will have to delete this VOD. I will have to delete this VOD. Impossible, you can't just ignore timers. Right? I can't ignore them. It's horrible for me. It's like, I have to. In Discord, Kiki. classified information! I will have to delete this VOD. Oh, yes. Just in case. This reminds me, I have a personal favorite that is Cloudpunk. It's an indie video game based on pixel art, but 3D pixel art. If you know what I mean. It's very particular, but it's very pretty, and I think it has a lot of conversations. So you can say that it's some sort of graphic novel, but not quite a graphic novel. It has exploration, and let me tell you, the exploration is wonderful, it's delightful. And the thing is that you ride a taxi. You ride a taxi. No, wait. You deliver stuff. You're an Uber. In that game, you're an Uber. Sorry, I played that long years ago. Yeah, quite some years ago. And yeah, you're some sort of Uber and you deliver stuff, but at some point you also deliver people. Not like in an illegal way, but mostly like, oh, I have to go to this place, and you're like, oh really, do we have to send people as well? All right. And there is this whole Matrix-like plot in the background. Like there is this sort of cybernetic god. I don't remember the name of the god or goddess, and it's mysterious, it's real cool. I love the scenery. The scenery is masterfully crafted, really. It's one of those indie games that you see it and you say it's absolutely worthy the support, and I got it on Steam legally. And let me tell you, I don't regret anything. Like, I don't regret getting it because it was an absolute experience, but it had a timer. Only in one point, okay? Only in one point. Like, oh, there is a bomb in a place and it's going to explode. What do we do? So you get your car and you go as fast as you can in a limit of time for the sake of the place. And I wasn't expecting that timer at the moment. So whenever I was playing and that timer popped up, like, it's going to explode, run! You can imagine me panicking, like furious keyboard noises. It wasn't a fun experience, but for the rest of the game, it's incredibly good. So Cloudpunk on Steam, if you feel curious, take a peek. It's a very good indie game. Very good indie game. I love browsing through the indie games, and sometimes you find absolute jewels in the middle of the desert. And I'm gonna tell you something, and I hope you don't think too you don't think I am too weird, but with Cloudpunk, and sometimes in real life, but in this case I am speaking especially in Cloudpunk, in that video game. While I was roaming around, because you don't only have to be in the road with your car, you can also park the car and go around the city and enter places. The scenery was so good, the lighting was so well crafted, that I sometimes had this feeling of, I wonder what kind of stories are happening inside those buildings. I wonder what sort of happenings and conversations are happening behind the windows in the middle of the night. You know, it's like that sort of melancholy that hits me. And I feel that a strong desire to know, that strong desire of, man, I wish to be part of all of that. But meanwhile, I'm here in the middle of the night, running under the lights of the neon. Kiki normal is boring. Well, weird here. That's right. Rava! Panic! Kiki, you've seen the SMP servers, that's all I gotta say to being weird. Yes, That's right, we're all degenerates there. We're all degenerates in there. Who am I lying to? Sugar Chapel! Welcome! I'm so happy to see you here. How is it going? But yeah, as I was saying, Cloudpunk is one of those games that hits me with the full nostalgia. And the conversations, the topics it treats, everything sometimes gives me this nostalgic feeling. And the melancholy. You know? And I think that is a good thing when a game is able to transmit that big full fist of feelings through your heart, through your chest. I love that in a game, and I think video games, like most of actually AAA video games, lack that sometimes. That capacity of transmitting feelings. What happened, Yeti? Don't scare me. I've missed being here. Aww, I've missed you too. I'm so happy to see you here. Give me a sec, gonna hydrate again. I lost track of which ones I've sent already. No! Yeti, we're not doing any illegal activities over here. A little ad break. I usually need like 2 subscriptions to unlock the next emote slot, just in case you feel like subscribing. It really helps. After that, as I was speaking about the indie games, well, indie games and video games just in general, but yeah. Good pads, thank you! It's quite surprising because when they announced Cyberpunk, I was really wondering if they could give me the same feeling I felt with Cloudpunk, but nothing ever topped that feeling of I want to get inside the homes, I want to be part of the full world. You know? Not only the main storyline or the side quest, but everything. I want to enter the buildings, I want to know the whole world. I want to chat with everyone. I want to see all this world has to offer. And it's sad that you can't. It's sad that you will never be able to be... Oh, I speak wonderfully. I don't know how to speak anymore. But yes, it's like you will never be able to be part of that world. Only your little world, and expand it as much as you can, but... And there are little games that are able to transmit me the same thing. And of course, video games are a business. And of course, everything is for money. But I still miss the dedication. For example, Blasphemous, and of course I say this because Blasphemous is made by a Spanish company. But the amount of care they have with that video game, the amount of love and effort they put into that video game, that's what video games should feel like. How you feel the love for the game, how you feel the efforts, you know, all of that. And also Greece, that is also a Spanish game, was able to transmit so many emotions with not a single word. I remember, and this is oddly specific, but I remember seeing a streamer, and I saw Brian Dechard, the actor for Connor for Detroit Become Human. So I was seeing him and his wife stream Grease. And I cried with the ending, and they cried as well, and everyone was crying, and it's like, but they don't say a single word. I don't know how they are able to connect so deeply with the viewers. It's like I think the music and how the game just proceeds, how it makes you go through the stages stages of grief and everything. It's like, how the hell did you make me cry? Like, I hate when they hack my brain like that. Like, you hacked my brain, you hacker. When they first announced Cyberpunk, I think I've started to hear about it on... Oh, I don't exactly remember the date, but I can tell you something, and perhaps some of you remember one of the first Cyberpunk trailers, and it was with this girl that had claws on her back. Like, she had some like arms that ended up in claws, and she was in a white dress, all bloody and everything, a lot of police around. I knew Cyberpunk because of that, and the music of the trailer. I love Archive just because of that trailer, and I discovered them and they're awesome and amazing. And I love their music. So I was so excited for the game. Like, oh, the wonders! Oh, the game is gonna be awesome, but oh no. Sorry, I know Cyberpunk nowadays is a fully enjoyable game, but I am really disappointed in the game, honestly. They promised something so different, something so cool, but it ended up for me, and I repeat, for me, it ended up being a decaffeinated experience. But that's only on me. You can also have your own opinions. You can think that it's a wonderful game, 10 out of 10, and it's okay. It's also valid. I'm not gonna crush your skull for saying it. Money and art don't have to be mutually exclusive, but sometimes it is. I think the indie scene is the closest we have to old game industry, where companies try to get money by making fun games. But don't you think that actually making fun games makes you have more money? The caffeinated experience, I love that phrase. Sometimes when I speak, I try to use Spanish expressions, but I try to translate them into English. And I sometimes think, perhaps this doesn't make any sense. But sometimes they do. It's some sort of lottery. But yeah, like the caffeinated experience is it's an expression we use a lot over here. Do it more often. I love it. Oh my god, if I dedicated a full stream to explaining Spanish insults. Oh yes. Like, I know I said this before, but you know that thanks to Resident Evil 4 Remake, that is, you know that what the fuck or what the hell in Spanish is either pero qué coño or qué coño. Pero means bad. Que is what, and coño is pussy. And we have the male variation. The male variation is what the balls. We also have this insult, Twitch is gonna kill me for this, but the next insult in my repertoire is I shit on your dead relatives. That is kind of hardish, but oh yes, oh yes. And also, when you're pissed off and you want to be let alone, this expression that is my pussy is not in the state to handle firelights or something like that. And I kid you not, there is an expression like that. There is an expression like that. Care, thank you for the cheers.
Write it down. Write it down.
Oh yes. But you see, in Spanish it's way stronger. Because it's not the same telling you in English, because English is a softer language. Language. It's more melodic, while Spanish, it can be melodic, but it's way more dry. In the sense that the vowels in the English alphabet is like A, O, U, while in the Spanish it's like A, O, U. You know, it's like clear, differentiated. And that long insult in Spanish is like, no tengo el chichi para farolillos. So many clips, and don't you dare clipping any of this. I will have to delete it manually. Oh yeah, if I end the stream and I see a warning from Twitch, I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm not gonna be surprised at all. Sorry, it's just so funny, the idea like, oh girl, what the hell is wrong with you? But something that I really don't understand about English is why your vowels, like A, is pronounced A, but then you have I that is pronounced like A. Like what? I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know. That bothers me on a personal level. That bothers me on a personal level. Nothing is wrong. This is great. This is #1 stream. Oh, I hope so. I actually missed making a just chatting stream, I have to say. I really missed this. I have to make this more often. I have to make this more often. I like it. I like it. But you know the game I've been really hooked lately? I've been really into Loop Hero. I didn't defeat the first boss yet, but I am absolutely obsessed with that game. I have the music deep engraved into my system. I don't know if you know it or if you have played it, but I think it was quite the hit in a moment when it was released. Loop Hero? Loop Hero. I am really loving it, honestly. Kiki, I didn't beat the first boss. Yes, and what? That game has an amazing art. Absolutely wonderful. I love it. Hey! You like it? You like Loop Hero? I love it. I saw it on Game Pass and I was like, let me give it a try. Oh my goodness, best decision ever! The music is wonderful, the art is wonderful, the gameplay is wonderful. I don't know, it's so addictive. It's so addictive. I can't, it's just so good. And for some reason, I have this feeling deep on my chest saying, what was the name of this game again? Wait, I forgot! I had it on my brain. Wait, I forgot! Oh no. Wait. Okay, never mind. I forgot the name of this game. My brain decided to delete in the last moment the sentence I wanted to say. Survival game about a crashing ship. A ship crashes into a world, and you have a colony of people that you have to manage to survive. RimWorld! That's it! I got it! Heck yes! RimWorld! Oh yes, I got it! My brain has been scratched. Oh yes! I really want to play RimWorld. Really want to play RimWorld. Loop Hero is an example of how the indie scene can make good games without all the bells and whistles and microtransactions and day one DLCs. I'm generally hopeful of the indie game industry. Same! This is something I say often, and I think a lot of people think the same, but I think the future of video games is based on the indie game scene. Like, if video games are still holding the essence of what a video game should be, like being entertaining and being fun, and making you feel stuff, not only feeling the touch of your credit card in your hand, are indies. You know what I mean? Of course they do it for money, but they also take pride in their work. Like, I did this with passion, this is my idea, this is my heart, you know? Okay, Yeti, bad news first. Hit me. I am scared. I don't know what happened. Oh. Paul, what do you think happened? Also, meanwhile, while Yeti writes, I have to say that I will be making in The Sims 4 the members of the Kiki Kingdom SMP and putting them all together into a house. This morning I only had time to make myself, but I will be putting every member in little free moments here and there. I found that I can put them all in a zip file. However, I need to upgrade to Nitro first. Oh. Okay, and the good news, huh? Oh, you're silly. You don't actually need to send them all. Nintendo, remember? We are not doing anything illegal. We are only speaking about text files. That is both. Okay, I'm good with that. Oh my. Okay, my lovelies, I think I'm leaving the stream over here. Thank you so much for keeping me company. Remember to subscribe if you are able, it really helps. And tomorrow, more fun, the same place. Bye bye!